Curses, fired again. But don't worry, kids. This time I've got some good old-fashioned fun employment juice to get me through. Oh yeah, it's a game break. The game we'll talk about today is, this one. You thought this was gonna be a high-quality video, but nope, you were wrong. Alright, let's play some Fighting Force. What the fuck? This isn't Fighting Force. You ever play a game nowadays that starts with a splash menu just to advertise other games? Yeah, I didn't think so. My condolences to anyone who lived through 1997. Speaking of 97, this game really was a product of that time, since it took advantage of the Y2K scare of that decade. You know, when everyone thought computers were stupid and couldn't go from 99 to 2000 without launching nuclear missiles? God, we're dumb. Anyway, the main villain, Dr. Zhang, is planning to nuke the world himself as that happens. But luckily, 4 unlikely heroes are on their way to stop him. Introducing Hawk, Mace, Elena, and... Actually, his name's just Ben. Whatever. So I say 4 heroes are gonna stop Dr. Zen, but really it's just you. By yourself. Alone. Fighting a whole army using just your fists and anything you can find. And I mean anything. Tires, pipes, guns, rocket launchers, you name it. That's one of the coolest features about this game, since these weapons can only be found by exploring and interacting with the environment. This is just like any other beat 'em up. You punch some goons, you punch a boss. You punch some goons, you punch a boss, and rinse and repeat. Wait, that's it? No story for the characters? What's the point? What's my motivation, man? Don't worry, kids, back then we always had a manual to fill in these gaps. Let's see here, backstories. Mace is a woman aware of her sexual magnetism, yet she couldn't care less about men. She is always being pursued without giving anyone the time of day. This, coupled with her array of martial arts and weaponry skills, make her a fighter who is the envy of men and women alike. What the fuck is that? A dating profile? Get the fuck out of here. Wait, what's this? A hint hotline? Maybe this can clear some things up.
Hey, welcome to the hotline. The charge is 95 cents a minute. How can I assist you?
Yeah, I want a real backstory. 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, and... Hello? Nobody ever likes that joke. Okay, so there's not much to this game, so let's just get to the not-so-savory stuff. Fighting Force is a douche. Since these kinds of games had only been 2D for the longest time, the transition to 3D was something developers just weren't used to. A fighter that works on an X and Y axis just cannot work when you add a Z. So basically you're getting the shit kicked out of you from all angles. The only attack you have that gets them off you is a special one that drains your health? Okay, well when your health inevitably drains out, you quickly find yourself using dash attacks just to avoid getting slugged. But with limited continues, it's only a matter of time before you're back to square one. It seems like there's only one way to play this game to the end, and by that I mean we need another player.
New challenger.
Alright, this feels much better, but there's just one problem, one teensy little problem. You can fucking hit each other. So let me get this straight, you're 2 people in a limited space with wide swinging attacks. How the hell do you think this works? I'll give you a hint. It doesn't. Just like Monopoly or Mario Kart, this is the kind of shit that ends relationships, man. But all flaws aside, I still love this game. There's just something about mature themes and nighttime atmospheres that chills me out and feels nostalgic, since a lot of media from that time had that same urban nightlife aesthetic. I guess plenty of folks felt the same way, since Fighting Force was successful enough for a sequel. So why do I think it's underrated? Oh, this rabbit hole can go as deep as you want it to, baby. So let me put it in layman's terms. This game was developed by Core and published by Eidos, which planned to release this as an exclusive for the Sega Saturn. And it was gonna be the 4th installment of a huge arcade series called Streets of Rage. But these dudes were like, "Hey Sega, we would make more money if we could put this on more consoles, man." And Sega was like, "Nah, fuck you. You don't get to use our title if you're gonna sell it to our competition." And these dudes were like, "Well fine, we'll make it our own game with blackjack and hookers." And so they did. But since it didn't have the Streets of Rage title to piggyback off of, Fighting Force would never become a household name like Streets of Rage. It also makes it a little hard to find nowadays. Aside from shady web resales and flea markets, I don't think there's an official place to buy this anymore. But if you can get your hands on a working copy, it's worth the effort. Well, I'm out of fun employment juice, so I'm gonna mix some more. This was Brad's Game Break or something, so be sure to like and subscribe and watch the next one or the last one or something. I don't know, man. Just push the button somewhere.